All right, welcome to the light. We are here at the Philly Cam membership event. I guess it's a membership party, and I'm here with one of the first cats I met when I got to the radio station here. I think I met Vanessa first, and then Joe Austin, DJ Affirmation, might have been the second person I met here at Philly Cam since I've been doing the light. So we're going to ask you to introduce yourself in your own way and tell us about your time here at Philly Cam and what you produce.
Okay, the name they gave me is Joseph Alston, resident of Philadelphia since 1966. I'm going to put it all out there. And my time at Philly Cam has been inspirational. It's been enlightening, and it's been a journey. Someone like me whose music just reached out to me as a young age. You know, my brother was a DJ, and I used to go around with him when he would play, and he had that gift of gab, and he would talk a lot, and he would go play his vinyl records, and I would go with him and watch the records, and I didn't read them. I just looked at the labels. So every time he would go to put a record on, I already knew what it was just by looking at the labels. But then after you figure there's a lot of songs on different labels, you know, you have to start reading a little bit. So, but anyway, I just let's see, this is what I want to do. I love the music, and it just took me on a journey, and it just touched me. You know, you'd have to be there to know. It's like listening to the Isley Brothers back when 3+3 came out. You know what I mean? You know, and you could play the whole album, and every song just had a different meaning to it, a different feeling to it. You know, anybody who listens to music, R&B, soul, jazz, blues, you know, you feel the music. Something that you don't feel today. I don't think it's not the same, you know.
The name of your show is 50 Shades of Jazz. Tell us when you're on and tell us about that particular show.
50 Shades of Jazz is at 1 p.m. on Fridays at 106.5 FM, 1 till 3. And I thought of that because, well, I had to make a pitch here for a show. So 50 Shades of Jazz, I was doing it online with my brother before I started here at Philly Cam, which I don't like computers really, you know, so I was spinning vinyl in his basement, you know, and he did all the computer work, and I'd just play. And what was it, 365, live365.com? Yeah, he's like, I got my own station, and I'm going to be playing this and that, and, you know, whatever. But I would tell you what happened to that program, but I don't think it'd be suitable for, you know, unless you want me to tell him, Raymond. I mean, you know, this is what happens when you go on a computer. You know, what you do, you reach out to a lot of people, and a lot of people reach out to you and whatever, but you better make sure it's about music and not other things, because when your wife finds out. So that was the end of that Live 365 experience. So if you get me. I'm sorry, I get a little lost in conversation. But jazz is in everything. Jazz, a lot of the musicians, the jazz musicians became R&B, you know, they work with R&B musicians and things like that, and they showed their craft of and how it influences the other songs that are being made in different genres or whatever, because when we came up, we didn't have genres. We just listened to what was being played, and all the musicians did their thing, and it's all jazz to me. It's all jazz. You rock, you know, the R&B, the rap. We got jazz with everything now. So, but a lot of people don't get the same. When they think of jazz, they might think of not John Coltrane. I'm thinking more big band, like like a Lionel Hampton and who's my no the band leaders. Like I know all these artists, and I get here and you get me in front of Duke Ellington and those guys. Count Basie. There we go. Now we're talking. That's what they think about when they hear you say jazz. But Earth, Wind, and Fire, they're jazz. If you listen to a Tower of Power, New Birth, of the older bands, Ohio Players, all those guys, they got that brass section, Tower of Power. It's jazz, And then the rappers, all the things they were sampling, they're jazz cuts. Jazzy Jeff, they sampled Grover Washington Jr., Donald Byrd and the Blackbirds. You know what I mean? All jazz. The Crusaders. Oh man, I love them. But these are musicians. I'm a musician's DJ. I love these live musicians who get out there and they play it and you feel it, and it's like, like we do in Philly when they have the drum. The drum circle. Everybody's getting out there and everybody's in there. It's beautiful. Nothing like live music. You know that. So yeah, I just, Raymond, you got me going over here. But my show, I incorporate everything into it. Everything that I feel, what I'm feeling. You listen to my show, listen to the songs I play, the selections, the music. And I'm trying to tell a story. And that's what 50 Shades of Jazz is to me. And it's whichever way I can reach you, that you feeling it. I want you to feel what I feel. Then my job is done. So.